of you're helping the girls get what they want, and I'm trying to help the guys get what they want. But I understand where you're coming from. But mainstream.
Pause. Nope. That's cap.
Cap.
That's absolute cap.
Cap.
She turned her back on the women. She got what she wanted out of the game. PJ Washington, she has a kid with him. She has that child support. She got what she wanted out of the game. She got to Finesse, and now she's closing the door on all the other bitches. That's what she's doing. That's why when she was at that university giving that speech to those young athletes, telling them about women like her, she was closing the door on the other girls. She's not helping the women. She turned her back for the money. It's in her financial interest to get on these the male-dominated spaces and speak her piece now. She's not riding for the women.
Society doesn't
Obviously you do, though, because you said that you warn guys about girls like me. So tell me about girls like me.
just
Humor
women
me.
in general. Like, I mean,
Well,
there's
no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
This was an off-camera
that
conversation.
you did say that
That's true.
you warn.
This is just insane that she says this when she went to universities and colleges with primetime Deion Sanders to warn college athletes about women like her. So the fact that she's asking that question, it's like short memory much?
Warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
you're not special. You're like other girls. That's the
I'm
key.
not.
We've spent so much time doing reactions to her, listening to her content, talking about it's stepdaddy season, all the shit she's ever said, and then she tries to represent it as something else completely in this interview. And it's like, we have hours of footage of you, ma'am. Like, who are you lying to? I don't know how people get this type of finesse off.
Circle, because you're speaking with a lot of emotion right now, and to be honest, you're not really making a point.
Like, oh, that makes everybody happy. But I think generally most people do long for a connection, and that's been me. And yes, I've kind of probably sought that in some questionable characters, but I think that's where
Stop the cap.
That's where the finesse takes place.
To this day.
That's where the finesse takes place. If you wanted this, you could have found this so long ago, but you were chasing high value basketball players to get you pregnant when you hit the wall. I'm tired of this shit. You see this shit so often. You see these Instagram girls get into their late 20s, early 30s, realize that, oh, it's time to pack this shit up. I need to start having kids. I need to start claiming my value. I'm getting older. The younger 20-year-olds are coming in and taking over now. They're taking the clout. And then you're going to try to get this finesse off. I don't have a short memory. I have hours of footage reacting to you. Nice try.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
PJ Washington is how old? 22, 23. She's how old? 30?
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
lens is just a little different, where I feel like you really don't know a person until you know a person. So just because someone plays basketball, why would I assume, oh, he's never going to be faithful to me? Because that's a generalization. And that's not.
You were calling Kaepernick's side chick.
Not healthy either, because not everyone is like that.
So I understand your point of view a little bit more now. Question for you. Do you regret?
You'll be not a good finesser. You didn't go after the best candidate out of the bunch. You settled for some dude you just kind of, your heartstrings pulled you to. So that's why I ask you, I'm like, so it's not like you were chasing the money. So why don't you not regret?
How do you do that?
Listen to this.
Your heartstrings pulled you to. You're not a good finesser. You didn't go after the best candidate out of the bunch. You settled for some dude you just kind of, your heartstrings pulled you to. So that's why I ask you, I'm like, so it's not like you were chasing the money.
Come on, man. I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
That is the finesse right here. She actually got people to believe that she was chasing some love shit with PJ Washington. Oh, PJ Washington wasn't the guys that I had in the past that were big ballers. Why would I trap him? And academics got finesse. This is what I'm talking about.
So why don't you not regret putting that information out there that has now like essentially limited your options, because that's gonna be the
No, FYF. You said damn, Ack walked her into that ether. Yes, it could be seen that way, but it's also him getting finessed by her genjutsu. She's doing that. That's what she's doing. That's her finesse move. She literally got people to believe that, oh, PJ Washington was some guy that I was legitly in love with. I didn't finesse her. I didn't finesse him. No, he was the last of the pickings. While you were aged out of that group, niggas like Colin Kaepernick and all these other ballers that you really wanted weren't fucking with you like that, and you were able to get PJ Washington, the man that you said you give all the warnings about in your videos, and he still walked into the finesse. And now she's getting off. It was love. It was love. I wanted something deeper than that, and you keep hearing her say, oh, but what about the connection? What about the connection? She's a finesser. Stop it.
Disclaimer of anybody who gets with you. He's going to be like, yo, you know she wrote this book. You know she's admitted to all this. And by the
all right, FYF says, but I don't think Ack ever believed her story. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Reality Watch, PJ Washington didn't think it was going to happen to him, but she got him. He was an easy mark for her. Yeah, he was.
Initially broke up. I'm like, you never go against the mob. Like, you don't air out our family business. And then obviously all that stuff happened. And then it's like I have to play, like, lean into the villain role because you didn't put me in it a little bit, you know? So, well, he's a liar. He's a cheater.
This is possibly the most disingenuous part of the entire thing. We were there. We covered it. She literally shouted this guy down with crazy ass voicemails, preventing him from speaking on anything about their relationship in the public space, while she was saying everything and having her way, having her narrative control the space. And every time he tried to say something, you know what? I'm going to get into that. I'm going to bring that back up so y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not just talking out of my ass right now.
Reacting. But this was my initial response.
I will air this bitch the fuck out. Delete the fucking tweet. You are a fucking psycho fucking path liar hypocrite. Delete the fucking tweet or I will fucking drag you, bitch.
I don't recognize that woman in the voice text.
that also go into, because what they also say on their podcast is, for example, if you're a woman who's interested in later having a husband and a family, if you're posting certain pictures, if you're doing certain activity, if you're, for example, publicizing that you've been with a bunch of
nigga so
dudes,
low. Talk up, nigga.
you're greatly reducing the percentage of dudes who would be attracted to that.
I take you serious.
Yeah. So that's the term they use.
I think
Understand where it coming from, but mainstream.
Pause. Nope. That's cap.
Cap.
That's absolute cap.
Cap.
She turned her back on the women. She got what she wanted out of the game. PJ Washington, she has a kid with him. She has that child support. She got what she wanted out of the game. She got to finesse, and now she's closing the door on all the other bitches. That's what she's doing. That's why when she was at that university giving that speech to those young athletes, telling them about women like her, she was closing the door on the other girls. She's not helping the women. She turned her back for the money. It's in her financial interest to get on these men, the male-dominated spaces, and speak her piece now. She's not riding for the women.
Society doesn't.
Brittany R is the ultimate troll, and we keep giving her a voice. Do you know what it is, though? It's everybody's business interest aligns. She can make money off of this, help her status. Everybody having her on the platform knows that she's good for views. That's why she has the voice. Regardless of what she's saying, it could be absolute trash, doesn't matter. It could be insightful, doesn't matter. It's just business at this point. LTTV, do you think most women are like this for real? Hell no. This is that Instagram model, thirsty woman type of ideology. This isn't most women. This is IG model type of. This is women like her. That's why they have to say women like her, because I don't know if they can define it properly. But most women, nah. I could say most women are hypergamous, but I wouldn't say most women are like her.
Are you gonna date a broke nigga?
okay.
Yes or no?
That's a profound. That's a no. That's a fuck.
No.
Exactly.
So listen, the reality is if I can create X lifestyle for myself,
Yes or no?
why would can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
Okay. If I can create X for myself and I have my house, I have my car, why would I be with someone who at least doesn't have those things?
That's the whole point here. So you just said earlier, why does it matter if
25-21. Remember she said that?
Moved into my new place today. Y'all, when I tell you, I have been thugging. Okay, like, been living with my mom and my sister. It's me, my mom, my sister, my baby. I mean, because, you know, 2.5 months when I decided to leave, my baby was 2.5 months old, I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't even have a car. I still don't have a car.
Come on, man.
All right, let me pull back the last video when she said she has her shit together, and that's the bare minimum she needs from a man because she's a boss bitch and she has her shit together, right? So that's what she wants from her counterpart. But this was what, a month ago? 2 months ago? Bro, whenever someone manipulates you and hits you with, why would you do this? It would do this. It's like that is the Finesser 101. They always do, why would I lie? Why would I do this? Why would I do this? How about you just explain the actions instead of bringing another question and just being like, why would I do that? That's what finessers and liars do so commonly. Where is your child right now? Natasha Kaylin says. Jesus Christ.
Shit getting out of hand now.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Yo, I was just giving a fat speech out here, and it was no audio. I was muted. I was in Kevin Samuels mode. I was on mute. Fuck, what the hell am I doing out here? I don't think y'all realize I was spitting bars when that was on mute. I was hitting y'all with some bars in this breakdown about this. Repeat, please. All right, what was I saying? No, I was capping. I wasn't spitting bars. I just gave a little speech. I was saying that they had a better interview on Flagrant 2, the Flagrant 2 podcast, where Akash Singh and Alex Media was really getting at Fresh and Fit. And the way Alex Media came at him at Fresh and Fit, Alex Media only dates white girls. And the way he caped for the ghetto black women he tried to force them to date, I was like, what the hell's going on here?